Hi there. My presentation is on Westside Rescue, which is a local nonprofit here in Fresno that I am a volunteer with and a board member of. And the mission of Westside Rescue is to serve the homeless and poverty-stricken pet owners, especially in the downtown Fresno area. And we do that by providing them with supplemental pet food, preventative vaccines, and spay and neuter services for their pets. The Westside probably has about 5 or 6 regular volunteers, so we are a really small group, and we are comprised of people that came from other rescue groups. And we noticed when we would go downtown, we would see these homeless people with their animals, and we would say, okay, we could tell that they wanted to take care of their animals, but they didn't, necessarily have enough money for food, or they didn't have access to vaccines or, a veterinary. They had no way to get their animals spayed or neutered. So that's really where Westside was born, and it has been going on for 9 years so far. So we started in 2010, and 2020 will be our 10-year anniversary, so we're really excited about that. But we are just down there trying to help educate the homeless pet owners on how to, give their pets their best lives, and how to keep them healthy and happy, and not only educate them, but also advocate for them. So we advocate for the animals, obviously, because we're those crazy rescue people. But, more than that, we really try to advocate for our homeless clients. We have a lot of people that come up to us, just brazenly tell us, I don't think homeless people should have pets. And, we say, well, like it or not, they do. So how do we help them take care of those pets? So that's really a huge part of our mission as well. The major part of our outreach happens on Friday nights, and what we do is we go downtown. We start at about 6:30, and we set up unfolding tables. So we're working out of our cars. We don't have a facility, and usually the line they'll form a line, and it will start with me. I will sign them in, and they'll tell me, okay, my animal needs vaccinations, or I just need food. Sometimes, if they need a collar or a leash, we can help them with that. But we have kind of an assembly line. So they sign in with me, and then they move on down the line. And, the only rule that we have for our group in order to get services from us is that you must allow us to spay or neuter your dog. We are desperately trying to cut down on the overpopulation problem, especially in downtown Fresno. And since we've started, we have seen fewer litters of puppies and much fewer sick animals. When we really started this and we were getting going, we would see litters and litters of puppies. I remember once someone brought us a litter of 11 pit bull puppies in a sterilite tub, and they had no idea what they were going to do with them. And so we used to get people that would hand us puppies dying of parvo. And if you've ever seen that, it is heartbreaking. And honestly, I'm so glad that we are making an impact in the downtown area, because it was really a lot to have that happen week after week after week, where we would just have dying animals. So we seem to have turned a corner. Like I said, we are seeing way fewer litters, and that is huge to us, because if we have someone who comes with a pregnant dog, once that dog has puppies, and they sell those puppies or give them away to the other homeless people in the area, then all of those people come with their puppies into my line. And we have just, doubled, tripled, quadrupled our cost, because each dog, we're going to put out so much money to fix that dog, vaccinate it, and then feed it, on a regular schedule. So that, spay and neuter is a huge part of what we preach. And to do all of this work, we have to have fundraisers, of course. And I hate asking people for money, but we do have some regular fundraisers that help us get the jobs done. So our biggest one is breakfast for dinner, and that is basically just a pancake breakfast. So we have it at night, silent auction, raffles, that kind of thing. And that's our biggest fundraiser. After that, we sell pies for Thanksgiving. So usually every year we sell about 300 pies. And until you have transported 300 pies in the back of your car while you're driving down Shaw Avenue just praying that you're not going to get in an accident, you haven't really lived. So you should try that sometime. Other than that, we do a Rocket Dog takeover where we set up at Rocket Dog that's on Shaw Avenue between Fresno and Blackstone. If you haven't been there, you need to go because it's delicious. And they let us take over the restaurant from open to close, and then they give us a certain percentage of their proceeds from that day or profits from that day. And then we also sell C's Valentine's candy, or C's candy for Valentine's Day. So those fundraisers really get us through the year, and we could not do any of this without those fundraisers and without our supporters, because they really just, if we put out on Facebook, hey, we need help, we are just drowning in medical bills right now, people really step up, and so we are so grateful for those supporters, because otherwise we couldn't do this work. We have some amazing partners that we work with. The first one I would, I guess mention would be Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. Their members are amazing. They really try to support us, especially financially, however they really can. For our Breakfast for Dinner fundraiser, they let us use the church free of charge. Their members get together and they bag dog food for us. They put together hygiene kits for our clients. They are just really, anything that we have asked them to do, they do it happily, and so that's a blessing in itself. Halo Cafe is also kind of our sister group. We have some volunteers for Westside that also volunteer with Halo, and they really have the same rule that we do. If you want assistance, you have to get your dog fixed. We will help with the transport and the cost, but that's their rule as well. So we're on the same page in that regards. But Halo Cafe is Fresno County's pet food pantry, and they are an amazing resource if you are wanting to keep your animal with you and you are having a hard time feeding it. You don't have to be homeless to receive their services, but they're wonderful people, and so if you or anybody needs those services, please go and talk to them. I believe their phone number is Halo717 if you want more info on pet food. We also partner with Fresno Humane. They are another amazing group of people. They purposely call themselves Fresno Humane Animal Services because they didn't want animal control as part of their title. They are made up of rescue people as well, and they do an amazing job of getting as many animals out of their shelter as they can alive. That's huge because some places just euthanize, and they work so hard. So they will help us because we don't have a facility and we don't adopt animals out or take surrenders. If we have someone come with a litter of puppies that says, I can't do anything with them, what do I do with them? Then Fresno Humane has stepped up on more than one occasion and said, okay, well, we'll find them homes or we'll send them out on a transport. And so they have been just amazing to work with. And, our last partner that I should really mention is Hope. And Hope is, it's Hope Animal Foundation, and they are way out on West Herndon. But the whole point of Hope is to end overpopulation through, spaying and neutering and then education. So you can see why they line up with what we do. And they have an amazing staff. They are very flexible with us because one of the things that we do have is, if we have a new client that signs up for spay and neuter and then we set an appointment for them and they don't show up or they forget or they have to reschedule, Hope is always very calm. They understand the clientele that we're working with. And so, I really couldn't ask for better partners. So if you have gotten this far and are still awake and would like to volunteer with Westside or come see what it's all about, that would be amazing. We can always use, dedicated, smart, people, street smart, academics, whatever. We'll take you and find something for you to do. We have had people who say, I don't necessarily want to go downtown. That makes me uncomfortable. I'm kind of frightened. And that's okay. It's good to know your boundaries and your limits, but if you want to help but you don't want to go downtown, I have so many things that you could do from your couch that would be, sorry for the dog. Surprise, there's dogs here. So many things that you could do from the comfort of your own home. We need people to bag dog food. We need people to write thank you notes, to to solicit donations online and through phone calls. So there's always something that you can do if you feel like volunteering. So please just, shoot me a message or follow up after this if you're interested. You can also find us on social media. We are most active on Facebook. Just look up Westside Rescue on Facebook. There is another group called Westside German Shepherd Rescue, and they are in Los Angeles, so obviously that is not the right one. But as far as I know, there's only 2 of us. So you can find us on Facebook. We also have some photos on Instagram. And then our website is westsiderescue.com, and that has all of the dates of our outreaches, and it has a wish list on there. And then just some more media, like interviews we've done, so that you can really get a feel about, what we do and who we are and how to help. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I love to talk about this. As you can tell, it is my passion, and I hope that you've learned something or that I have piqued your interest in some way. All right, thank you.